It's been a while since we got support for Gongenzika, but we finally got Superheavy Samurai support after all these years. Not really my favorite design archetype, but I do like its style of playing no spells and traps and attacking and defense. In a way, it kind of makes the deck pretty interesting. And now there's more pendulum cards, not like it really needs to play pendulums, but okay. But anyway, let's begin. So we start off with Superheavy Samurai Bike, level 2 Earth Machine Tuner with 800 attack, 1200 defense, and its effect is, the first one is a hard once per turn where if there are no spells or traps in your graveyard, you can discard this card, then add one Superheavy Samurai monster from your deck to your hand, except itself. Run 3 up because this searches for anything. Anyway, second effect, once per turn you can target one machine monster you control that has a level and increase its level by 2. Like I said, run 3 of these because not only it has level manipulation, it also searches. Next, Superheavy Samurai Spy, level 1 Earth Machine with 200 attack, 700 defense, and both effects are hard once per turn. The first one is that if there are no spells and traps in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. Obvious making plays is obvious. The second effect is that if there are no spell or trap in your graveyard, quick effect, you can tribute this card, then target one spell or trap in your opponent's graveyard and set that to the field, but banish it when it leaves the field. So this second effect is okay, it won't come up too often, but it is nice that we still got the Superheavy Samurai of using your opponent's spells or traps for your advantage. For the most part, other than generic cards, most cards don't really work too well, but you mainly run this for the first effect to special summon itself. Next, Superheavy Samurai Solgaya Booster, level 4 Earth Machine with 0 attack and defense, and the effect is, you can target one Superheavy Samurai you control, equip this card from your hand, or field to it. It is treated as a tuner. Very helpful if needed, but it has a second effect where it's a hard once per turn. If there are no spells and traps in your graveyard while equipped to a monster by its own effect, you can special summon this card. Another card that can special summon itself, meaning a play extension. It could also create tuners if necessary, which is also very helpful as well. So I could say another 3 of, maybe 2 at the least. And now to the new pendulum monsters, we start off with Superheavy Samurai Prodigy Wakushi, level 4 Dark Machine Pendulum Tuner with 1100 attack, 1500 defense, scale 8, and the pendulum effect is that, first off, it's a hard once per turn, and its effect is, if there are no spells and traps in your graveyard, you can place one Superheavy Samurai Pendulum monster from your deck to your pendulum zone, except itself, then special summon this card. So basically, it can set up your pendulum zone, and it can special summon itself, which is basically more extended plays, and it's also a tuner, so there is that. This effect already makes it good to play with. But anyway, monster effect. Both are hard once per turn, and its effect is, if there are no spells or traps in your graveyard, you can discard one monster, and special summon one Superheavy Samurai monster from your hand or deck in defense. But you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Superheavy Samurai monsters. The important factor is that there's no level restriction for this, meaning that you could special summon even your level 8 boss monsters in your main deck. And then the second effect is that if this card is used as synchro material or added to your extra deck face up, you can place it to your pendulum zone. This basically just extends more plays because the pendulum effect already lets you set another pendulum scale, use this as a synchro material after the special summon, and basically just gave you a pendulum summon right there. So this is honestly pretty good. Next, Superheavy Samurai Monk Warrior Big Benki, level 8 Earth Machine Pendulum monster with 1000 attack, 3500 defense, pendulum scale 1. Its pendulum effect is that, if you control a Superheavy Samurai monster, you can add one Superheavy Samurai Soul monster from your deck to your hand. This effect is hard once per turn. Sure, more searching, pretty good. Anyway, monster effect. Both effects are hard once per turn, and its first effect is that, if there are no spells and traps from your graveyard, you can send one Superheavy Samurai Big Benki from your hand or deck to the graveyard. If you do, special summon this card from your hand. Obviously, based on its name, it's basically the evolution of Big Benki. And being a level 8 that can special summon itself, pretty good. But anyway, second effect, if this card is used as synchro material and added to your extra deck face up, you can place it to your pendulum zone. Basically, more ways to do extended pendulum summon. Not only that, it's a level 8 monster, and you do have good number of high level synchros for Superheavy Samurai, so this isn't too bad, and it can special summon itself as well. It can also search, which is also very good. And now to the synchros, we got our new boss monster, Superheavy Samurai Overlord Masaru, level 12 Earth Machine Synchro with 2100 attack, 4000 defense, generic summoning condition, and its effects are, the first one is that it can attack while face up defense position and you deal damage calculation with your defense. Superheavy Samurai playstyle. Anyway, second effect, if a Superheavy Samurai monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one Superheavy Samurai card you control instead. Not the ideal best protection, but it is there for a 4K beater essentially. Anyway, third effect, once per turn, if your opponent activates a spell or trap or a effect, you can draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. That really helps out a lot. Especially for Super Heavy Samurai case, you're going to be using a lot of your monsters like right off the bat and even pretty much destroying your whole hand. So redrawing that is pretty decent. Probably not the best boss monster, but still pretty usable, and it's basically a one-of in my opinion. Finally, the last card of the day, Super Heavy Samurai General Sonato. Level 8 Dark Machine Synchro Pendulum monster with 2000 attack, 2500 defense, pendulum scale 1, and its pendulum effect is that it's a hard once per turn. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card. Then, if you have no spells or traps in your graveyard, change that monster's attack to 0 with its effects negated. Well, Super Heavy Samurais mostly play with defense, and mostly really high defense at that, so that can actually hurt your opponent. And now to the monster effect, which is a summoning condition is generic. The first one is that it can attack while face up defense, damage calculation still applies with defense, and the second effect is that once per turn during your battle phase, if you control this secret summon card, quick effect, you can special summon one Super Heavy Samurai monster card in your graveyard or one face up spell or trap zone, then place this card to your pendulum zone. Basically special summon one of your Super Heavy Samurais that are in your graveyard or one of those that are equipped / those in your pendulum zone. It is a okay defensive card. I mean, yeah, you're basically doing a trade-off with this monster, but I'm not going to say it's too recommended to play this, but it does play with the Super Heavy Samurai playstyle, and sometimes even your spell or trap zone monsters could actually work out better. So maybe run this as a one-of. So that's it for the new Super Heavy Samurai cards. What do you guys think of them? Honestly, it's just good to see more old support cards. Even though I don't really like Super Heavy Samurai's design and also not really the character who plays it either, I do like the playstyle of it. No spells and traps at all, along with attack while it's in defense position. I kind of like that idea about Super Heavy Samurai, but overall it's just nice to see again. But in that's it for this, and see you all next time.